everybody. This is Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. Welcome to your reading. It's been a minute since I've been with you guys. I had some company over last week and had a really nice 4th of July break. So thank you everyone and welcome back. And it's so good to be with you guys. Let's go ahead and get into the reading. So today's reading is called Why Did the Vibe Change So Suddenly? And this could be for a friend, a family member, a romantic situation, and it'll probably become clear as we look at the pile what type of situation we're looking at here. But come one, come all, right? So we're going to be looking at why the vibe changed suddenly with this person, okay? And we will be having an extended reading as well, which you can follow me there via my Vimeo channel. There'll be a link in my description box below to my Vimeo channel. And on my Vimeo channel, we'll look at what you can do, what to expect in the future from this situation, and advice from your guides, okay? So for those of you that are wanting to join me there, you can certainly do so. Also, for those of you that would like to follow me on Instagram or TikTok, details for how to do so are in my description box below. And finally, for those of you that haven't checked out my new channel, Light of Ascension Tarot, there's a link in my description box below as well to my other channel, which I do more spiritual type pick a card readings on that channel on a wide variety of topics, a lot of them not having to do with love and romance, but other topics in general. So I think sometimes people can get a little burned out on the love and romance readings, although we really want to know what's happening in our love lives. It's not the one and only thing going on for all of us. So let's go ahead and we are going to get into it. I'm going to use a little bit of Ganesh oil here. This is a road opener kind of an oil. Just like putting it on my hands before we start the reading to bless me and to bless your reading. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and get into it. And I'm just really drawn to this selenite one this morning too. Let's do it, everybody. I got some new crystals. I got this black obsidian pyramid. I got some new crystals and some new colors for my tea lights as well, which I'm excited to show you guys and use in readings. So there's definitely some cool changes coming. I have a couple new decks that I'll be working with as well. It's just really fun and exciting. So let's go ahead and do it. For pile number 1, we have the copper pyramid. So if you're drawn to this beautiful copper pyramid, you will choose pile number 1, okay? If you're into this rainbow aura quartz, you'll choose pile number 2, okay? And if you're into this Dalmatian Jasper stone here, this heart that is a Dalmatian Jasper stone, you will go ahead and pick pile number 3. Now, interestingly, this pyramid and this copper pyramid and Dalmatian Jasper both resonate with the energy of the planet Venus. Rainbow aura quartz is really, and the heart chakra for these two, and the rainbow aura quartz is for all 7 chakras, resonating with all the chakras. And actually, rainbow aura quartz is formed when you take just clear crystal quartz and you add some metals to it. I think like, what is it that you add to it? Can't think of it off the top of my head right now, but yeah, you add metals to it and it turns into this beautiful rainbow aura quartz. Okay, so very cool. I got these crystals recently at a very cool crystal shop here. And let's go ahead and get into it, everybody. So we are going to choose your pile. So you can go directly to the timestamp below to choose pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3, whatever is speaking to you today, whatever is calling to you. And if more than one pile is calling to you, you can absolutely watch more than one pile. There may be more messages in here for you today, okay, than just in one pile. But generally, I find out one pile tends to really speak to someone the best, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's do it. All right. Let's do it. Pile number one, welcome to your reading. You chose the Copper Pyramid, and today's reading is called Why Did the Vibe Change So Suddenly? So we're going to be looking at this question, and for those of you that would like to check out my extended reading, we'll have a link to the Vimeo channel below. And on my Vimeo channel, we'll get more into what you can do about this situation. What do your guides recommend? What's coming in the future for this connection? And this could be a romantic connection. It could be a friendship, a family member. We're going to find out as we get into the reading. And we're going to go ahead and get into it for my beautiful pile number ones. For those of you that haven't checked out my new channel, Light of Ascension Tarot, there's a link in my description box below to my other YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and get it, pile number one. Spirits, angels, and guides, please connect me to the beautiful energy of my pile number ones, which chose this amazing copper pyramid resonating with the energy of Venus. Thank you so much. Let's find out, why did the vibe change so suddenly here for my beautiful pile number ones? Okay, so let's do it, pile number one. Let's see, why did the vibe change here? Why did the vibe change? Interestingly, Spirit is showing me two people going in two separate directions and like walking in two separate directions. One walking another way, one walking the other. But let's go ahead and see, why is this happening? We have the solar plexus chakra. So, and this is also going to be a chakra too. So I want to see what this, okay, so we have the sacral and the solar. So interesting. And, you know, one person is, I feel like with the sacral chakra, one person is wanting more closeness, warmth, intimacy, and the other person is wanting to forge their own path, okay? Wanting to, we have the number 32 here as well. The solar plexus is number 3. The sacral chakra is number 2. So just a little bit out of step with each other. And somebody here may be more focused on their own personal journey, and somebody else here really wanting that intimacy, that love, that connection, that warmth with someone. All right. And this solar plexus chakra is reminding me of the sun. Somebody wants their day in the sun while the other person is kind of wanting to support the other person, is what I feel here. I mean, it could, you know, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus, we just move up the chakras, right? And there's a natural way of just moving up the chakras. But, you know, when we have people, one person is more focused on the energy of 2, which is union and partnership, and someone else is more focused on the energy of 3, which is growth, okay? And, you know, and basically like personal power, willpower, etc. The other person wants warmth and connection. We have the 9 of Wands here. Okay, so let's just get some cards out on the table and we will see. Definitely you see these two in the background. I feel like, well, somebody here looks beautiful in the color red or is wearing a beautiful red or pinkish shirt here is what I see. But there's this energy of these two, and this could be like a parent who's like, ugh, you know, with their head in their hands and their kids are in the background fighting with each other. But in this situation, I feel like somebody here has regret over things that were said or done and is thinking about what happened in this situation, all right? I'm seeing like a gold or a copper watch, even like a rose gold watch. I feel like somebody here has a rose gold watch. But somebody here is kind of regretting what was said, the words that were said. We have the 11th house here and the edge. So the 11th house can talk about groups, activities with groups, friendships, etc., looking at the future. Something about arguing about the future, I feel like definitely could have happened here. Yeah, so let's go ahead and see what else. For some of you, this may be a friendship situation involving an Aquarius or a Sagittarius here. We have Mercury in communication. Yeah, so something about the communication or the way that someone is viewing a situation or perceiving a situation and kind of wanting things their way, okay? And the other person wants some kind of, you know, blending, forgiveness, some intimacy or some kind of warmth to return to this situation, but definitely an issue with the communication between you and this person, pile number 1. Let's see what else here. I'm also getting like lapis lazuli. If for some of you that have seen a lapis lazuli recently, or you're wearing jewelry with that, or you've looked at something recently with lapis lazuli, lapis lazuli is associated with the third eye. It's Egyptian type energy, Isis type energy. But yeah, I feel like somebody here is wanting really, direct, open communication. And then the other person may be, like there's just feel there's some fighting here with the, we have the otter spirit here. So somebody here really wants forgiveness. Somebody here wants clear communication. Is it you? Is it them? Pile number 1. I feel like it's almost, it's going to be different because it's for each of you, because it's a general reading. But somebody here wants clear communication and wants to really communicate what it is that they're feeling and how they want things to go. And the other person is like, why? I feel like this otter spirit, and this is water energy. So it's like water versus fire in a way here. And very tense energy with the 9 of Wands. So definitely a moment of like, palm on forehead, forehead into palm, face palm, as they call it, right? But somebody here is definitely wanting like forgiveness, or like what happened, or, and I feel for some of you, this could be a friendship, okay, with this otter spirit, or even if this was a romantic connection, you and this person were friends, or you started off as friends, or you started off as, having things in common here with the 11th house. Maybe you knew the same people. Maybe you had similar hobbies or similar things that you were interested in, right? But something about this connection, leaving the other person wondering, what happened? What happened? I feel like somebody here is very busy and creating the life that they want. The other person's left wondering, like, what happened? We have eternity. We have snake energy and eternity. We have full moon, and we have a harvest. Okay, so we do have a full moon coming up here at the end of July. The last full moon was at the end of June, and that would have been the full moon in Capricorn. So maybe something happened around that full moon in Capricorn, which it would have been the end of June, where the vibe really shifted. And some of it may have had to do with a secret or something being revealed with this snake energy, okay? And somebody was taken a little bit off guard or a little aback, especially if it had to do with some type of secret or communication. And somebody was, like I said, feeling a little, with the snake energy, feeling a little surprised, like a surprise attack, I feel like. And this full moon, something about the energy at the moment, okay? Somebody could have been feeling a little suspicious, or a little like somebody was lying to them. I also feel here too. But a tough moment of disagreement definitely happened here, pile number 1. We have Earth. So yeah, we have card number 26 here with Mercury and Earth. So somebody with Mercury and Earth, somebody could be a bit of needs to think before they speak, or needs to go a little bit slower when they're communicating, okay? And they may be a person here with the solar plexus chakra that wants to move quickly. Solar plexus is fire energy, Mars type of energy, talking about someone needing to kind of think before they speak, and think about how their words affect other people. And the other person, I feel like for some of you, this is you guys here with the sacral chakra and the otter, like, why did this happen? Why can't we be friends? All right. And somebody here getting a little paranoid and getting a little irrational, I feel like, with this full moon too. And surprising the other person, being a little irrational. We have 1133. Commit to being the best version of yourself and enjoy the positive impact it has on your connection. Yeah, so again with that 3 energy and 1 energy. So talking about, going after what you want in a singular fashion and not really considering other people. 1133, it's a cool number, but there's no 2s in there, right? And we talked about this energy of 1 and 1, 1 and 1, 3 and 3. We have 11 here as well. So, you know, something about this person over here being kind of stubborn, I feel like, with this earth energy, being rather stubborn about the way that they see things or wanting to do things their way, where the other person is really wanting to feel connected. We have duality, many meanings, and misunderstanding. Okay. So again, something that could have been said, I feel like, that was definitely misunderstood. And look at the red again. She's wearing a red dress here and she's holding a skull and she's got her hand on this rock. She's trying to ground herself. And this energy for me, this is card 36. We have 26 and 36. So yeah, 10-year difference. For some of you, there could be a 10-year difference here, or it feels like there's a 10-year difference between you and this person, or that there's now this big space between you two, where before, you know, it seemed like you guys were in alignment. And duality here, talking about how you two express yourselves differently, okay? One is, you know, one I feel like here is bending over backwards a little bit more for the other person. And I feel like I'm getting the words taking one for the team, okay? Taking one for the team. I feel like somebody here is bending over backwards a little bit more to meet the other person halfway, where the other person, it might be being very willful and being very like stubborn, and you know, it's not like this other person it's not like they're not in their integrity. I don't feel that, pile number one. It's like they're just, you know, they're just in a face-off, you know, they're just kind of closed down from seeing things in any different way. All right. And I feel like for some of you in pile number one, it's you that's been trying to meet this person halfway. It's you that's been trying to maybe reconcile, or thinking about reconciling, or what did I do here, or how could we change this? And definitely something about the color red. Somebody here looking very beautiful in red, okay? Yeah, also seeing that turquoise kind of energy here too on the otter, and then also on this book. All right, I feel like somebody here could have a lapis lazuli or turquoise ring that they're wearing. But somebody here made up their mind about something and isn't really wanting to change. And the other person is definitely seeking resolution and connection, okay? And things got complicated with this snake energy here and this full moon. Emotions were running high and things got complicated, okay? And everybody kind of went into their own corner is what I feel here. Like one person went into another corner, the other person went into the other corner. We have the High Priestess. I love these huge Rider-Waite cards. We have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, the vibe here. The vibe, pile number one, with the High Priestess and the Knight of Wands. All right, two different, very, very different vibes, okay? One person more sensitive, intuitive. Another person who I feel like here is trying to read between the lines a lot and figure out what happened, and trying to balance the energies in this situation. Again, resonating with the number 2. So this 2 column here, like somebody, you know, really wanting to balance out the energies, talking about duality, working with the darkness and the light, the 2 temples here. Of Boaz and Joachim as the 2 temples in the Temple of Solomon here. But like, you know, really a person here really trying to, I feel like there could be some mind reading going on, trying to figure this person out and figure out, well, what happened, right? I mean, I'm sure that's why you're at this reading. This is a complicated situation where emotions were running high in this situation, and somebody being kind of stubborn, all right? And, you know, this other person, Knight of Wands and the High Priestess, this is a very odd combination, to say the least, right? But talking about fire and water, again, because the High Priestess is associated with the moon. The Knight of Wands is obviously fire, okay? But I talked about 2 people moving in the opposite direction. So I feel like this other person here is, you know, they've got a fire under their heels and they're like, you know, something really threw them off. Something really sent their asses hauling away in in the opposite direction, okay? And you know, talking about a moment where somebody else is insisting on their way or the way that they want to do things, Knight of Wands, versus somebody here, the High Priestess, who's being very receptive and trying to meet this other person and maybe trying to figure out what this other person wants and mind read them a little bit. But talk about duality here, right? And many meanings, all right? So there's many meanings to what's happening, I feel like, between you and this person. And for some of you, this may feel like harkens back to childhood, like, you know, harkens back to, you know, fights that you would get into with a brother or a sister, or harkens back to how your parents used to fight, or some differences there, okay? But somebody here trying to really hold a spiritual space here, and the other person just coming and going as they please, okay? And so two really different energies. All right, two different vibes. Like, there's nothing inherently wrong with the Knight of Wands. I mean, the Knight of Wands goes after things and get things done and goes after what they want and what they want to create. The High Priestess is, you know, more harmonizing to the energy of others, but also deeply intuitive, reading into situations, all right? And we have the Chariot here. So talk about moving into opposite directions. And I would have liked to see something here with this major arcana. Like, I would have loved to see like a more balanced number, like the 8 or the 6 or the 2, right? But I feel, well, here's the 2 with the High Priestess. I feel like somebody here is definitely trying to be the person to be balanced, and the other person's like, I'm doing it my way, okay? And the Charioteer here is frustrated, I feel, because, you know, the Chariot talks about victory, swiftness. It talks about, you know, movement, right? And it's like, what direction are we moving in here? And you see the two Sphinx looking in opposite directions. So in some versions of the Charioteer, we talk about two people who are going in different directions. You know how I brought that up at the beginning of your reading, that energy of two people going in different directions. And it's hard to get any movement in a situation, right? When somebody really wants to take the time to sit down and talk and have that intimacy and have that merging that we see with the High Priestess versus somebody else who's anxious to get on their way and get things done, right? And so there's a difference in, you know, there may be some differences here in the way that we perceive and see the world, and the way that, and also what we're looking for, right? What is motivating us? What motivates this person? I would say pile number 1, okay? And there could have been a moment here where this person realized that, you know, they were trying to make a move or make things happen, or maybe you were, maybe they're the one, right? I mean, it's a general reading. Maybe they're the one that's been in the High Priestess energy and they've been really holding back and keeping secrets. But, you know, somebody here wanting to move on from something and bust out of a rut, and somebody else here wanting to really stay present and psychically, intuitively, and emotionally really wanting to stay present in this situation, all right? And it's that push-pull kind of energy with the Chariot. And, you know, this Chariot, some chariots on some cards, you can see them flying through the air, horses that are flying, Pegasus that are flying, etc. But in this case, you can see in the Rider-Waite version, they're just, the Charioteer is just kind of standing there with his wand, you know, in his chariot, kind of waiting for something to happen, okay? So, and two people seeing things, talking about duality here with the light and the dark, here with the High Priestess, and two people who see the world in different ways, and, you know, maybe moving in some opposite directions here, okay? Causing conflict. The way we see the world, the way that we are in the world is a little bit different, and that causes some conflict, okay? And frustration. I definitely feel like for sure with the frustration, because I feel like somebody here is saying like things don't need to be this complicated, right? We should be able to make this work is what I'm also hearing. all right? But there's just something that won't go, right? We can't press start, we can't press go, we can't make something go that doesn't want to go, okay? And it's frustrating. I get it, pile number one. Like this could be frustrating energy for you here. Let's go ahead and see. Why did the vibe shift so suddenly for pile number one and this person? Why did the vibe shift? We have the King of Wands, again, with this Knight of Wands and the King of Wands, talking about the solar plexus, the fire energy. Somebody here may be finally standing up for themselves and saying, this is what I want, this is what I need. And I feel like somebody here could have stood up for themselves and then could have backed down and been like, ugh, I maybe shouldn't have done that because now I drove a wedge in this situation. But if you did stand up for yourself in this situation, pile number one, like don't, good for you. And I would say always stand up for yourself, okay? Always stand up for yourself. But somebody here may be telling someone like, hey, this isn't gonna, I need you to step up to the plate. I need you to be accountable. And the other person just being like, no. Like you probably want this person to be the King of Wands, right? But they're acting like the Knight of Wands. And, like I said, there's nothing wrong inherently with knights, but like, this is a very impulsive and, hurry up and get it done yesterday kind of a card. And, you're wanting somebody who has a little bit more control over themselves. I feel like here, pile number one, like you're wanting someone who can occupy that King of Wands space instead of somebody who's just, maybe a little impulsive and stubborn, going their own direction, not really listening to anybody else, okay? Can be a little bit immature kind of energy, especially with the High Priestess, just kind of not into that sort of immature kind of energy. So let's see, why did the vibe change here? We have death. Okay. So yeah, I mean, talk about water and fire again in this pile with the water and fire energy. But somebody here I feel like could have made some type of ultimatum or said, hey, I noticed that this is happening, or I need you to step up. I need you to kind of step up in this situation, and somebody needing to be held accountable, right? And giving an ultimatum, death energy, all right? And scorpionic energy here too. We saw the snake earlier. We saw the full moon and the snake and the moon. Definitely getting into kind of that scorpionic territory. It's almost like do or die energy time, okay? It's like either we're gonna fix this and make it work, or no, nothing's gonna come of it, okay? So somebody got fed up here and needed to call a spade, all right? We have the Four of Cups, and this is a Moon in Cancer card. So we just had a new moon in Cancer a couple days ago, July 10th. So I feel like something happened between July, end of July and the end of June and the middle of July, all right? Some vibe shift happened then. And I feel like some of you guys are like, okay, I'm asking this person I feel like you love this person's fire energy. You love like that they're determined, that they go out and get things done. Like, I feel like you actually love this about this person. There's a lot of things that you can appreciate about this person, pile number one. But you kind of ask them to step it up, okay? And something about this situation could have been bothering you intuitively. I feel like some of you realized that this situation was going to come to a head, all right? It's like a pimple when you pop, a weird analogy, pile number one, but it comes to a head and you pop it, okay? I feel like some of you guys could feel this energy coming on, and you were like, yeah, I know. And, now that the moment has passed, I think you guys are more peaceful about it. And, no regrets. That's the other thing I'm getting, pile number one. No regrets, right? Because, you're sitting in the power here with this Four of Cups. And, I think it has made you feel emotional. I think it has been intense, with the Four of Cups and death. It's like, And I also feel like some of you guys maybe were like, yeah, I did do that. I did ask this person to clarify where they're at or where they stand because it wasn't really going anywhere and I was frustrated. And when they did, I found out something I didn't like with this death card here. I found out something that, but now I'm trying to restore my sense of peace and balance and emotional peace, okay? And let's go ahead and see. Why did the vibe change here? Why did the vibe change? Why did the vibe change? Yeah, Seven of Swords. Again, this energy of, is somebody afraid of you? Pile number one. Is somebody afraid of your intuition? Does somebody get kind of bothered by the things that you know or the energies that you're putting out there, like spiritually? All right. Are you a more spiritual person and this other person is more 3D? Is is somebody here a little bit freaked out or afraid of your emotionality or what it is that you need? Pile number one, because I'm here to tell you right now, what you need is not wrong, okay? And what you require and what you need in situations is it's what grounds you. It's what keeps you closer to the truth, and it's what keeps you anchored in your emotional truth, okay? So, if somebody here wasn't really wanting to hear it or was a little bit afraid of what you were channeling or what you were putting out there or what you were asking for, and, again, with this energy, with this Seven of Swords, all right? And you guys are deep. My pile number ones with Death and the Four of Cups and the King of Wands, you're very deep people, pile number one. And, somebody here I feel like this person really couldn't make up their mind on how to perceive you or how to see you. And it's like, instead of, going into this situation, it's like they ran from it, or instead of going into the fire, they ran from the fire. I kind of feel like it's that energy of sort of running from the fire. And yeah, I mean, is somebody kind of afraid of your intuitive abilities or the power that you possess or the power that you possess over them emotionally? Did someone tell you that? Or do you get that energy from someone? I'm just getting clickety clack. I don't know why. Is it like a horse makes that sound with their horseshoes, clickety clack? Or maybe there's some clickety clack, but I'm just getting the word clickety clack. It's like, is somebody kind of like afraid of you or what you can do? All right. Did you scare someone? Pile number one. I mean, if you did, like, you are who you are. You're a dynamic mofo, motherfucker, pile number one. I feel like I want to say that to you guys. You're a very dynamic person, and, you're not too much for someone, okay? You may be too much for the wrong person, but like, that's not, everybody gets to make their own decision about what type of energy they want to let into their life, right? And, how you feel is how you feel, pile number one, okay? And, yeah, and if you've been a little bit bending over backwards or sacrificing for this person, I think it's time to, serenity now, pile number one, as we would say. I think it's time to, just really own who you are, pile number one, okay? So that's the energy that I'm getting for you guys, pile number one. And I hope that you are not feeling a ton of regret. I hope that you know you are where you need to be for a reason, and no regrets, pile number one, okay? And we're going to go ahead and take it to your extended reading again, my loves. And so if you want to follow me to the extended reading, we're going to get deeper into the energy. We're going to look more at what your guides are advising you, what's coming in the future, etc. So join me on my Vimeo channel if you feel so inclined. And we are going to go ahead and move into pile number two. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it. Take a drink of water. Okay. Let's clear the energy. Pile number 2, welcome to your reading. You chose the Rainbow Aura Quartz, this beautiful piece of Rainbow Aura Quartz. I've wanted a piece of Rainbow Aura Quartz forever. I finally found the perfect piece that I wanted. I'm so excited about it. Yay. So we're going to go ahead and get into your reading, which is called Why Did the Vibe Change Suddenly? Okay, and this may be a friendship, a family member, a romantic situation. We're going to go ahead and channel it in and find out what this is about for you, pile number 2. And for those of you that want to follow me to the extended reading, you can go ahead and click my link below to hit up the extended reading to my Vimeo channel. On that reading, we're going to get more into the future of this connection, what's coming up next, and what advice do your guides have for you regarding this whole scenario, okay? And for those of you that haven't checked out my new channel, Light of Ascension Tarot, there's a link to my other channel in the description box below. Let's channel it in. Spirits, angels, and guides, please connect me to the beautiful energy of my pile number 2s. And let's get it poppin'. Pile number 2, let's find out, why did the vibe change so suddenly between you and this person? I am feeling a little bit of nervous energy here. I'm also getting the energy of mountains or sunsets on a mountain in the evening. Just needing that calming energy, pile number 2, I feel like is good for you right now. Let's go ahead and see where, for any of you guys suffering from anxiety, or tummies that are a little rocky lately, I'm just sending you some healing energy and grace, the will to be patient with ourselves, the will to completely and totally accept ourselves, okay? So let's go ahead, pile number 2. Let's see, why did the vibe change so suddenly? We have passion, okay. So a lot of passion between you two. It says, the energy of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies the hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. Yeah, I was feeling the need to calm, the calm energy, because I felt that it's almost like butterflies in the stomach kind of energy, or a little bit of anxiety. So we want to calm, right? Moving from chaos to the calm is its core, where we can let long-lasting wisdom fill us up with passion. Okay, pile number 2. Ooh, we have the base chakra. Yeah, sometimes when we're feeling a little nervous or out of balance, it can start with that base chakra, because that's our connection to the earth. I also feel like here, base chakra is the root chakra, and sexually, I feel like a lot of you, this is going to talk about a sexual connection here, and talk about some intense passion and sexual connection that you had with a person, some really deep sexual energy, pile number 2, okay? I'm getting the name Evelyn too, if some of you guys, or the names, if some of you guys know an Evelyn or have one in your life, or you saw that name recently, I am getting that name. Or you have a person in your life with that name, but I am getting that. But something here about some deeply sexual, passionate, raw, cutting kind of energy, okay? When I say cutting, I mean like woo, like whoosh, like really coming on strong, okay? Let's see what happened here. We have the 8 of Wands. That's interesting. When I was like shuffling earlier in your reading, I saw the 8 of Wands come up a little bit, and I was like, oh, interesting. But yeah, it just sort of was there. So 8 of Wands coming through, talk about passion and fire. And I feel like you and this person could have had some really awesome dates together. And I feel like the moment that you guys were together, because the 8 of Wands is about seizing the moment, carpe diem, right? Some real freaking, and look at the mountains in the background here. I see these mountains in the background. Beautiful clear skies, a beautiful day. You guys could have been out together on a really beautiful day. But that 8 of Wands talking about carpe diem, seize the moment. All right, the moment was hot, the moment was passionate, hearts were pounding, I'm feeling the energy. I'm getting that, you know, Tiffany, the song Tiffany, I think we're alone now, there doesn't seem to be anyone around, right? I can't sing, but you guys get it. It's 8:18 on my clock right now, 818, okay? And we have, you know, the 8 of Wands and the number 1 here. So 818 and Tiffany, I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around, okay? Yeah, so talking about seizing the moment, a passionate moment, stealing a moment away here with each other. We have opposition and balance. So we really find balance in opposition, right? But, and there could have been a lot of passionate intensity. I mean, possibly you two being quite different from each other. One person maybe being more free, more hippie-like, more go with the flow, encouraging the other person, like ditch out of work or come with me or let's go do this. Let's take time off together, take my hand. All right. And two very different types of personalities, right? Two different types of people here. But talking about, you know, this opposition energy. All right. And something here, it says conflicts with, tests, objectifies, or calls out. So something here about energy being called out, something about the vibe between somebody here could have called someone out. I also feel like this is only going to resonate for some of you, but I feel like some of you could have different political beliefs than this person, or different, you know, and sometimes that's hot, right? Like you see that on TV shows of like two people. I don't know why I just thought of the TV show Murphy Brown, right? But like Murphy Brown was like this really independent career woman, and let's say she met someone who, like, you know, I don't know, maybe even her boss, right? And this person didn't think that women should like be in business, or they should be like doing what they're doing, and they end up, you know, being adversaries, but then they have this passion for one another, okay? And then, I don't know if this is a storyline, I'm just getting this and going with it, and then they end up like fucking on the desk at work, you know? Like that type of energy, that type of passion, okay? And so yeah, like I feel like there could be that type of like, either you two don't see the world the same way, or you guys have conflicting values or beliefs, okay? But talk about seizing the moment and complete passion here. We have the 4th house and roots, okay? So we talk about, you know, having things in common, like similar backgrounds, family, home life, okay? I also feel like here somebody's family or home life may have impacted this connection, whether they have kids, whether they have responsibilities at home, whether you two are opposite, you know, religions or ethnicities, or something about the way somebody was raised. I feel like I was also getting kind of like a Latina vibe in this pile as well, Latino or Latina vibe in this pile. And something here about, you know, somebody here is very passionate about home and family, okay? And somebody else could be like less passionate about that, or they could be like on the, it's like Eastern versus Western, right? Because Eastern way of looking at home and family is very different than, you know, people in the West who are like, you know, looking at things completely differently here. We have cosmic egg. Wow. Okay. And this is coming out underneath the base chakra. Yeah, definitely somebody, I get somebody who really likes to hold you tight. Pile number 2, somebody who likes to squeeze you. I want to hold you, squeeze you, wrap my arms around you. Okay. I want to tease you, please you. Right. So yeah, I'm so excited and I just can't hide it, right? I'm about to lose control and I think I like it. I want you, okay? So somebody here very excited about you. I feel like somebody here liking to snuggle, wanting to hold you close. We could have Cancer energy here, or somebody that has Cancer in their chart, Cancer or Sagittarius here with the 8 of Wands in the 4th house. But you know, somebody that really likes squeezing someone tight and holding them close. I also feel like this cosmic egg is like, you know, it's like orgasm. It's like the pulse of orgasming. Pile number 2, okay? We have owl and wisdom, okay? So again, somebody here who is a little bit more critical. We could have Virgo energy with Cancer, Sagittarius or Virgo. We could have Virgo, Sagittarius, Cancer, some kind of combination there. But somebody here who, or Capricorn, I feel, but somebody here who's a little more serious, somebody here who's a little more like, you know, I need to take care of things, I need to take care of my responsibilities, or just somebody who's a little more critical, all right? This could be somebody who It has like certain ideas about the world. And like I said, people could have different opposing political values or beliefs or different family beliefs, right? Somebody thinks they kind of know it all here with this owl energy, all right? Somebody is, and I feel like the sexual energy between you and this person is popping, pile number 2. It really is popping. But like mentally, how is this like values, right? Do you have the same values mentally, like how this is going, okay? We have citrine and happiness, all right? So somebody in this connection, I feel like, is just about really warm, positive energy, likes to take care of others, maybe likes to cook, very passionate, you know, very sexual energy. And I feel like the other person, and again, I feel like somebody here is like, you know, happiness is my mantra, like, you know, and somebody here could be more rational or logical or more mental, where the other person is more like less complicated, just wants to be happy in life, okay? And yeah, I'm also getting that energy of like blonde hair or reddish blonde hair as well, or somebody that has some blonde highlights in their hair. But I feel like, you know, 2 different energies here, owl and citrine, okay? Like one is more focused on the intellectual, the rational, and being a little bit more critical, where the other one is like more like good vibes, happiness, loyalty, family, right? So some different energies here. We have Venus energy. Yeah, so somebody here very passionate about home and family, somebody very seductive. I mean, I do think for you in pile number 2, like you guys really did seduce this person. We could have Taurus energy here too with Venus, Taurus, or Libra, but you know, something that like very passionate. I feel like you're different, a different kind of energy than what this person usually goes for. And I think physically they're very enticed by you. And I do think there's something they like about, some of you may be parents, or you may have a daughter, or you may have a family that's important to you, but something about, you know, the way that you take care of others, the way that you show up for others, also your sexual energy, very powerful, pile number 2. A very loving, passionate person that you are here, okay? And the number 7 is showing up. We have 16 and 34 here, so the number 7 is on point. And the number 7 is associated with Netzach in the Tree of Life, and it is Venus, okay? So somebody here really, really on the Venus energy. I feel like somebody here is like, I feel like somebody here is a little judging of you. I gotta be honest, pile number 2. It's like they want what they want with you. They think they see this passionate, loving, sexual person. They like that you're into that. But I feel they're being a little bit judgy about, it's like they like it when they want it, but then they're judging it, which is it's kind of making me a little mad. Oh, there we have it, 777. Okay, 777, a very lucky number. Also, I just talked in detail about the number 7, but it says, honor your shadow self and let it reveal any hidden mysteries to you. A completion is near. All right, so, you know, this person too, needing to kind of embrace their shadow. I feel like maybe sometimes it's like a sexual thing for them, all right? And it's like novelty, like having someone that they normally wouldn't have sexually. And this person really needing, I also feel like this person that you've been dealing with has a shadow side of really wanting this like really passionate home base with someone that they love, okay? And I feel like that's kind of a shadow side for them. And, you know, they may tell themselves like, oh, like, you know, I'm too busy with work. I'm too busy with everything I have going on, or it doesn't make sense, right? That's what I keep hearing is it doesn't make sense, okay? So did somebody tell you that about something that you were into or liked, or about you two being together? Did somebody mention that, or did somebody say it doesn't make sense? Because I feel like for this person, it's like things need to make sense for them, but we have divine feminine, magnetic, receptive and powerful. So yeah, we have this very kind of critical, kind of like, you know, discerning energy along. And again, the number 7, all right? So this is card number 7. So we have the number 7 all over this reading. And I do feel like your energy really kind of, you got this really beautiful energy, pile number 2, that draws people into you very magnetically, okay? And I feel like this person is like, you know, you drew me in with like your sexual powers and your receptive, magnetic, feminine, or whether you're a man or woman here, you can have both energies, but this like receptive energy, like you drew me in, right? And I feel like this person's almost like you kind of like tricked me is what I'm seeing. Like sexually, you drew me in like a magnet. And you know, I feel like it's almost like I got to be careful because pile number 2 could like trick me or something with their like sexual energy. Very interesting, okay? And you can see the owl here, or this type of bird, and I feel like here's them, this owl, and it's really like balancing on your hand, pile number 2. So I feel like, you know, your feminine power, or your sexual power is like, you know, this person's like, yeah, I feel kind of like controlled by it, you know, and they could get a little bit resentful about that, or they could try to blame things on you or something. Maybe there was a sexual connection between you two. It was really hot and furious and fast, and then it really cooled off. And then when you got into your values and how you are in life and how you see life, it's like, yeah, just seeing life differently here. Let's go ahead and see what else. We have the Knight of Pentacles. This is your person's energy, I feel. This is them, like very, you know, and I feel like their face is interesting right now because they got a little bit of a grimace on their face. They're like, how do I deal with this situation? What should I do? Things are not really moving. Talk about the passion and living in the moment, right? The Knight of Pentacles is very consistent and reliable, but I wouldn't say they're super passionate and living in the moment, all right? There's not a lot of carpe diem with the Knight of Pentacles. So, you know, that's the vibe shift that happened. That carpe diem, living in the moment, passionate is kind of like dead, I feel like here. We have Ace of Cups. Wow, so talk about a renewal in the world, okay? So yeah, and I feel like this is you guys here, and it talks about this 7-7 energy of honor your shadow self and let it reveal any hidden mysteries to you. A completion is near. So this completion is the World card here. And I feel like this is you guys looking at this Ace of Cups, right? And I feel like you and this person, you want the same thing. You really do. This Ace of Cups is in the middle. And I feel like, you know, this person does want love in their life. It's not that they don't. It's just that the way that they want to show that or offer that, I feel like this person doesn't really want to be tested. They want to continue to do things the same in their life, okay? I feel like this person doesn't really want to shift, if you know what I mean, pile number 2. And you know, I feel like with you guys are like, you know, hey, I have all this love to give. And you really do, pile number 2. I want you to know that about yourself. You really do have all this love to give, okay? And what you have to give is amazing. It's beautiful. It's more than good enough. It's valid. It's, you know, your life energy and what you have to give is solid, it's enduring, it is very beautiful, pile number 2. You know, as the old saying goes, I heard this saying a long time ago, it's a biblical saying, but it says, you know, don't cast your pearl before swine, okay? And I'm not saying that this person is swine, but I do think this person can be very critical and look down on you and make you feel kind of weird about yourself. And and I can see your guides are not happy about that. They don't want you to lessen your energy for anyone because you have so much love to give. And yeah, and they don't really want you to lower yourself. And you know, this person, I don't like the way that they view you and look at you sometimes. I gotta be honest, pile number 2. I don't really like it. And you know, I'm seeing them here kind of looking kind of down on you a little bit. And I see here this eagle, like I see this eagle representing your spirit guide and being like, you know, don't be fucking looking at pile number 2. like they're less than something because they're focused on happiness and family or passion, and they've got a lot of love to give and etc. Like, don't be looking down on my pile number twos. I feel like your guides are saying that. They're like saying to this person, do not be fucking with pile number two. Okay, because you guys with this world card here, you know, and the world card trumps the Knight of Pentacles. So one thing I gotta ask you, pile number two, is this person good enough for you? Okay, I mean, for whatever reason, you may activate some insecurities in them just by being who you are, but like, you know, sorry to them. Okay, sorry to them. You have a lot of love to give. All right, and I do think that this person, for some of you, this person is still going to maybe try. I feel like try to find a way to sort of work with your energy. I also feel like in a tiny like defense of this person, pile number two, because I'm definitely way more aligned with you, is I feel like this person may not know, they may not have had a lot of experience with, you know, someone that has so much love to give. All right, I've got all my love to give. I've got all my life to live. That's what I'm getting for you. And this person, when faced with that, I feel like is kind of a lot for them to comprehend. And it can be that they just really haven't had that kind of experience on any deep level. And, you know, for you, it's just natural, pile number two, okay? And let's just, I mean, I feel like the reading is, we barely got into your tarot cards. We have these cards here, which I think tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help you God, pile number two. But let's see, we have the Seven of Cups. I feel like you guys are still trying to figure out what to do about this situation. We're going to get into this in the extended reading. You're like, I know what's good for me. I know, like, I shouldn't get too distracted. I know I've got, again, the Seven of Cups is Venus energy. It's a Venus and Scorpio card. It's another 7. All right, there's a lot of number 7s here for you guys. 777. Lots of good luck. Lots of options for you. You're a very beautiful person. Again, with that blondish hair that I'm seeing here, but you're a very beautiful, lovely human being. Somebody here wearing the color light blue or a blue blouse, a very light blue, powdery blue, like the clouds, almost kind of a blouse. Somebody here very beautiful, very loving energy, just deciding where you want to put all that love and all that energy. Okay, pile number two, it's an important question for you, right? And I feel like here's another 7, 7, 7, all right? And, you know, it's a question for you. And I feel like you guys are like, yeah, you know, there are a lot of people that want to be with me, or there are a lot of people that, you know, would like to be with me. But at the end of the day, you know, not all of these people are good choices. And some of them are straight up like, you know, bringing my energy down, right? And Spirit is really wanting you to hang tough here, okay? As the new kids on the block would say, whoa, ho, ho, hanging tough, okay? We have the hang one on the bottom of the deck. So yeah, something about being, you know, getting what you deserve in a good way, pile number two, and getting, you know, understanding your value. And when you really commit to a situation, you really go all in. And so you know, that's why just no one is, you know, just any old person off the street isn't going to be good for you, pile number two. Like, you know, you need more than that in your life. And at the end of the day, it's not just passion, it's commitment, it's love, right? That's the foundation for this entire reading. So thank you so much, pile number two. We're going to go ahead and get even deeper into this reading in your extended reading. If you'd like to follow me to Vimeo, we'll find out what's the future of this connection, where this is all headed, their feelings, and what your guides are advising, okay? So thank you so much, pile number two, and we'll see you again soon. Let's go ahead and get into pile number 3. Let's do it for my gorgeous pile number 3s. Take a little drink of water. Okay. All right, let's do it. We'll do a little Florida water here. Okay, let's do it. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the Dalmatian Jasper. Thank you for being here, okay? And we are going to get into your reading today. It's called, Why Did the Vibe Change Suddenly? Why did the vibe change suddenly? I feel like some of you guys know the answer to this already. You're just here seeking confirmation, or you have an inclination already. And I love this Dalmatian Jasper. I just got this. Dalmatian Jasper is like really sweet, gentle energy. And it also like resonates with dogs. I actually took this Dalmatian Jasper and I was kind of like going like that with it over my dog, over her fur, like kind of like that. And she got this big smile on her face. So yeah, some of you guys may be dog owners or dog lovers, or you may have furry friends in this pile, which is amazing. So we are gonna go ahead and get into this. We're gonna find out why the vibe changed, pile number 3, and then we're gonna go ahead. I feel like a lot of you in pile number 3, I'm already picking up on your energy. You're very wise people. You may be intuitives yourself, or just have a really strong intuition. I feel like you guys know a lot of answers to the tarot readings that you look at. You already know. Pile number 3, you may already know, but you're just, you're just looking for that additional confirmation. So we're going to go ahead and give that to you, my beautiful pile number 3s. If you want to join me on the extended reading, you can click the link below in my description box and follow me to my Vimeo channel. We'll get deeper into the energy, but let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, spirits, angels, and guides, please connect me to the beautiful energy of my pile number 3s. And let's go ahead, and their person too, and let's go ahead and figure out why the vibe changed suddenly, all right? I'm also getting the energy of a pool, like pool. I don't know if you guys have been to a pool lately, or you're at one, or you had a party there, or you were laying out by the pool, or you wanted to go to the pool, or you're listening to this at the pool. But yeah, let's, you guys in my pile number 3s, maybe you need to go to the pool or go to the beach or have a day to relax is what I feel, and bless your souls if you're sitting by the pool listening to this, or you're taking a shower listening to this, or, I hope I'm accompanying you well on your life journey, okay? We have the Chariot here, so accompanying you well on your life journey, pile number 3s. Let's go ahead and get into it. Why did the vibe change so suddenly here, Spirit? We have compassion, card number 15. Yeah, I immediately felt that with you guys, that beautiful, compassionate energy. Regardless of what happens in this reading, pile number 3, know that you are aligning to your heart chakra. You are aligning to your deepest and highest truth right now, and that you are in the energy of love, okay? And it says the frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and to be the divine mediator between heaven and earth. Talking about mediators, so you guys could be intuitives, like I mentioned, the mediator between heaven and earth. But I also feel this mediator energy, this peacekeeping energy, could be Libra energy here too as well. Talking about that peacekeeper type of energy. But spirit and matter, so that unconditional love can flow from source through our heart and into the world. And I feel so much calmer in your reading here, okay? So let's go ahead and see what else. Oh yeah, here you guys are. You're my intuitives, of course. We have compassion and the third eye. So again, this is just confirming what I already said, that you guys, I feel, are coming to this reading already knowing you're having compassion for this situation. You already know why the vibe shifted and changed in this connection. You already have a big clue to that. I love this color purple here with the third eye. The heart chakra and the third eye, man, when those two chakras are together and turned on, we're compassionate, we're loving, we're allowing of other people's truth, but we're staying true to our own hearts and our own vision for life. It's very pure energy, I feel, with you, pile number 3. You're coming through to me as very pure energy here. Yeah, oh, you guys are the Page of Cups. Oh, look at this. You guys are, and look at her. She's by the water and her feet are in the water, okay? And you can see the magnetic sunset behind her. You guys are just pure love, okay? And I love it that she's like pointing at the fish, because usually the Page of Cups is like a fish out of water, you know, and she's kind of pointing at it. And I feel like you guys could feel the vibe shift with this person. Like you pointed it out, or maybe you saw it, or maybe some of you were showing it in a dream. Okay. I feel like some of you guys could get some very powerful dreams as well. And, you know, when you remember them and when you're able to take that time, pile number 3, but I feel like some of you could see this coming, or you kind of already could feel the energy shift. Okay. And I feel like a lot of you guys are like, well, you know, nothing but love to everyone. All right. Unconditional love with this Page of Cups. And why am I getting this saying, somebody flew the coop? Somebody flew the coop. It's like that energy of like when a kid leaves to go to college or something like that. You know, it's kind of that energy, but that's only going to resonate for a few of you guys, but I just had to say what I'm getting. We have North Node and Destiny, right? So again, you know, the earth is our soul's school, where we learn about, you know, our destiny, where we follow our North Star, where we practice our path, right? Where we become an integrity. So, you know, something about this connection, gently leaving your life in a way, pile number 3, as a way to align you to your ultimate destiny. And I feel like a lot of you, this is just resonating with what I already said about you guys, that, you know, I feel like some of you guys could be having some tea or a cup of coffee listening to this too. I'm looking at it, and I feel some of you guys could read coffee leaves or tea leaves here too. And maybe you guys saw this already in your intuitive work about this connection. I am also feeling this connection to Mount Shasta for some of you, if you have that connection. It's in California. But, you know, there's this energy of our spirituality and our hearts blossoming and flourishing, and something about how this connection sort of need to gently leave your life. And maybe it didn't feel gentle at the time with this big burst of energy here, but it is opening up a portal for you. And Spirit is trying to let you know that, you know, we all sail on. I don't know if you guys, you know, there's a saying like, we all sail on, right? The beat goes on, we all sail on. Okay, so let's see what else here. We have the 5th house and passion. So, you know, at one point, I feel this connection was very fun. There's something about like being kids together, being creative together, having, you know, parties together. There could be, your guys' children could have known each other, because the 5th house talks about children. But I really just feel like, you know, and there's a real energy of like summertime fun, okay, with the pool and the 5th house. And it looks like somebody's at like a state fair here, eating watermelon, having a flower in their hair. You know, it's this romance. For some of you guys, this was a romance here too. I also get this could involve a child as well. Maybe some of you here came to hear about a romance, but I'm also telling you about a friend or a child, okay? So it's all encompassing for you, all right? And pile number 3. And I feel like with this 5th house of passion, like, you know, I think you guys can really take the time that you had with this person and go, you know, it was beautiful while it lasted, okay? It was beautiful while it lasted. And this person could have brought a lot of fun into your life, I feel like, here too. We have unicorn. Oh my God, pile number 3. Could you guys be any cuter? Really, could you be any freaking cuter? I'm also getting the name like Lizbeth, or the name Elizabeth, or Lizbeth, or Lizzie, or that kind of a name, okay? Or somebody could have that as a middle name, or know someone with that. But I mean, talk about, I feel like if you guys had kids, you could have taken your kids to do fun things together. I mean, there's this innocent, very innocent, loving energy here. And with the unicorn antenna here with this 3rd eye, it's like you guys, I feel like we're fully tapped into this situation, and you might have had a little bit of a heavy heart at times, thinking like, you know, it's bound to change, right? Like things in life are bound to change, and, you know, nothing is really like permanent in this lifetime, okay? And it may have caused some sadness for you here, pile number 3, because I do feel, I just heard that song, Well, I Met You in the Summer, right? I can't think of the other lyrics, but well, I met you in the summer. And yeah, so I definitely feel like there was a lot of sweetness, passion, connection, creativity, a lot of, irreverent, kind of fun, silly, laughing at each other's jokes kind of energy here too, is what I'm getting. We have this rat energy and the need to persist, okay? So, sometimes it can make us feel, we go from, feeling like a unicorn, wow, to kind of feeling, and there's nothing wrong with the rat, but like the rat and the unicorn, they're really different energies, right? So, and I feel like a lot of you guys are like, yeah, I just need to persist because I know like my destiny, I know what I want will come into my life. And I know people have come and gone out of my life. And sometimes it's been challenging, there's been tears or it's been difficult, but, I always persist. I always manage to persist. And I love that about you, pile number 3. We have borage, we have courage. Yeah. So I feel something about this connection could have like made you feel very safe or made you feel like, because it's that feeling like when I found my person or I found a person that I really connect with, we feel safe, we feel happy, we feel, but some of you guys are like, I just need to keep looking down my path. I need to keep moving towards the future. I need to keep persisting. I need to be scrappy. I need to keep moving towards my destiny. And this is, when you're following your north node, when you're following your destiny, right? And for some of you guys, I feel like you should look up your north node. Okay, that's it's not a planet in your astrology chart, but it is like it's the nodes of the moon. So there's the north node and the south node. There's Rahu and Ketu, and the north node is our destiny. It's what we're striving towards in this lifetime. It can also be where we consume heavily too, right? In this lifetime. And you have to be careful with Rahu energies as well. But where is your north node in your astrology chart? What energy are you reaching towards? I feel like some of you guys could have north node in Libra or south node in Libra. I do feel that Libra energy here. But I also feel like definitely water sign energy here, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but I do feel like Aries here too, okay? But talking about persisting with courage, all right? And not kind of staying stuck in the past on what could have been, right? We have Pluto energy, okay, yeah. So talk about a vibe shift. Pile number 3, wow. What a vibe shift we had here, because all this compassion and passionate energy and this fun and this innocence and sharing is caring and all of that, pile number 3. And then we have card 22 here, 2-2, with this plutonic energy, all right? So, it's kind of like hell froze over. Something happened to really, somebody got iced out for sure. And plutonic energy. So when we talk about plutonic energy, we talk about the things that it's like we get pulled into the underworld, all right? Did somebody here, did they have addictions? Did they have like something happen in their life, in their past that was coming up again? Did they have, did they have something really, did they experience a death in their life? Did they have something really deep that was happening to them that caused them to shut down emotionally, okay? And there's this whole question, I feel like, in this pile about, that innocence and that gentleness that we want in life, and understanding that, sometimes there's some deep unfreezing that we have to do. I remember when I was younger, my sister, I'm open about it, but my sister, she really struggled with addiction, and she was in treatment at the time, and the woman that was facilitating the meeting looked at me, and I was just there as a support for my sister, but she looked at me and she said, you really need to take that. She was a very intuitive woman leading this group. She just turned and looked at me and said, you really need to take your heart out of the freezer, and it's so funny with that. And I'm just telling you guys this story because we can be really loving, good people, very kind people, but there can be trauma. There can be things that happen, and it could be in your past or this person's past, pile number 3, that there's a part of it, this person, or even you at time, maybe you guys have worked through this energy, right? I feel you guys are moving towards your soul purpose and your growth and your courage here, your destiny, but something about this person kind of remains a little bit frozen. And it could be because of trauma. It could be because it takes time. It takes time to unthaw. If we've been through a lot of trauma and a lot of hardship, like, it takes time to return to our innocence, to return to that feeling of being open emotionally. All right. And we have 2323. So 2323. We have 22, and then we have 2323. So I feel like you really can understand this person, pile number 3. I feel like you can see their compassionate heart. You can see that they're a good person. You can see that, you know, maybe some of them were a little emotionally unavailable, okay? Going through it. It says, tap into the energies of your twin flame connection as a source of creative channeling and expression. So the unicorn, definitely creative energy, channeling energy, intuitive energy. Spirit is really wanting you guys to focus on your creativity at this time. And, you know, 2323, that's the energy of union. 2 is, but it's also creation. So union and creation, creative partnerships. I feel like this situation could, I feel this has been sad for you in some ways, pile number 3, but I feel you do understand it. I also feel that this situation may be fueling your creative energies as well. We could have Leo and Scorpio energy, or definitely a Scorpio in this situation here too. But yeah, Spirit really wanting you to use this situation as kind of fuel to fire you up into your creativity. All right. Sometimes trauma, deep, soul wounding and all of that is amazing fuel to get us going on our creative path. Okay. Healing the heart, the power of self-love. Absolutely, pile number 3. Absolutely, you guys. And tenderness, gentleness, healing the heart, loving ourselves, persisting, even though there may be situations that let us down, where people couldn't be everything we wanted them to be, right? Growing out of that whole, like, if somebody doesn't love me, then I must not be lovable, all right? God, I feel you so much in that pile number 3. I really do. Like, people can only meet you where they've met themselves. And we know that to be true as an intellectual statement, but feeling that happen in real life is a rough, it hurts. Yeah. The Tower. Okay. So definitely, talk about needing to have some gentleness and sweetness and recovery, right? Because after the Tower comes the Star, where we restore hope and we've moved through fear. Okay, but definitely talk about a vibe shift, all right? I'm talking about the need for gentleness and sweetness, and we got Pluto in the Tower here. So, talk about a massive vibe shift. Let's see what else we've got. We've got the Page of Wands. Yeah, so it's like, what's left after the storm? What's left after, and this talks about courage and destiny and saying, you know what, this situation was challenging. For some of you guys, if this person had a lot of trauma or there were issues and you were trying to work through it and you were trying to help or be there for that person, but you could see they were kind of on a downward spiral, but you were trying to kind of save them or help them in some way. It's really hard to walk away from a burning building. And I feel you on that pile number 3. It's really, really hard to do. But again, Spirit is wanting you to focus on your creativity and your creative expression. And some of you guys may be writing beautiful music or making beautiful creations, or it's like with this Page of Wands, what can I do with this energy? What can I take from this situation and actually put in, what can I use from this dumpster fire as inspiration for my future, okay? And talking about, having to rebuild. And some of you guys may have had to kind of start out with nothing, okay? Or this person was coming from total chaos and starting out with nothing, all right? But Spirit is really wanting you guys to focus on your destiny in this lifetime. Very important for you. And, from all this chaos and upheaval comes brilliant inspiration, okay? And a return to innocence. Another page. We've got 2 pages here. And we have the 4 of Pentacles, okay? So talking about, you know, holding your ground. I also feel like if your person or whoever you're asking about has been through a lot of upsets and upheavals, and they've dealt with a lot of, you know, situations that have just gone topsy-turvy big time here, okay? I'm also feeling like I'm seeing Semet, S-E-M-E-T, or Smet, S-M-E-T. Is that an Egyptian name or an S name? I feel like I'm seeing here, but Semet. I also feel like I'm seeing the word sweat, okay? Like sweat. I feel like some of you guys may need to sweat this out, maybe go into a sauna and kind of sweat some of this out, is what I feel too. I do feel like a warm environment, the sunshine and water are very nice for you right now, pile number 3, okay? And what I'm getting is that, you know, it's very hard. Like, this is sometimes a response to trauma, right? Like, somebody had a very traumatic childhood where they became emotionally unavailable, their heart got frozen, and it's very hard then to, you know, we kind of tend to cling on to what we can control and what we can know at that point, all right? And, you know, the Four of Pentacles could be a response to the Tower, right? Because it's like, okay, I lost everything. Now I want to hold on to what I have. But it also can create this feeling of like, I need to be in control of everything now, especially with this Pluto energy. Like, I really need to be in control of everything because I've had all these upsets and I don't want to be at the mercy of this anymore. And I want to be able to control my environment. Okay. And for some of you guys, this person may be a little bit controlling. You may have found out like, oh, they're a little bit controlling, or they, you know, but I feel like for them, it's kind of been a trauma response. They still have to do their work though. I mean, a lot of us, many of us on this planet, we've all been through trauma, right? But like, this talks about stabilizing ourselves after we've been through a very tough situation. And for some people, it could have been financial. I'm also getting that too. Like, it could have been a situation with their job or finances, or just something going on practically or financially that caused this person to kind of cut off, feeling like they needed to kind of get control of things before they can sort of be in this situation, okay? And yeah, it's like I feel I'm getting the words, I lost so much, so now I need to hold on to what I have, okay? And I mean, the thing about this energy, and I get it, it's a trauma response, or it's a response to having the rug pulled out from underneath us. I completely understand the response, and I feel you guys do too, but I also feel like you guys are needing to kind of focus on healing your own hearts, having courage, right? Being inspired, looking towards your destiny, persisting on your path. And I get that you guys want to help others and be there for others, but we're not self-sacrificing, right? Compassion is important, but not blind compassion, okay, for others. Like, you know, and I feel you guys understand this and you know this, and you also are working on healing your own heart, okay? And, you know, you're working through your own issues. I just got the word, I've got double vision. What's that song? I've got double vision with this third eye, okay? Like, you guys have got double vision, okay? And I feel with this Page of Wands, you guys need more fun, okay? And there's a lot of seriousness, and I feel like this connection was fun at first. It was very nice. It was very fun. Something happened. It blew up this person's world. They're trying to stabilize after it, but you guys need fun. You need inspiration. You need fun, okay? And you need to get out of the house. You need to enjoy your lives. You need to keep persisting with what it is that you need, okay? And regardless of kind of how this situation goes. So let's see. Let's get just a couple tarot cards here and see, why did the vibe shift? Why did the vibe shift here, Spirit? Why did it shift? The Wheel of Fortune. It's destiny, baby. It's sorry, guys. I'm pile number 3. I know you know that. I know you know. But your destiny, it's changing seasons, it's changing times. Spirit is trying to align you to a different path, okay? And you're at the beginning with this page energy, and it does take courage, right? And you are healing from a lot in your life right now. But, you know, some things like we never want to, like when we're in the tower, we don't feel grateful. We feel like beat up, you know, and I've been in those tower moments, and I've drawn the tower over and over and over, and I'm like, fuck, I'm in a tower, you know? But it's really, and it sucks at the time. And you do start thinking about your survival and conserving what you can get and have. But like, you know, the Wheel of Fortune is here to align you to your destiny. And sometimes, you know, it involves letting go, because we have autumn in the corner here. And I do feel like, you know, we're in the summer months right now, but autumn is just around the corner. Leaves falling, the seasons changing here, the tides changing for you guys, and some new beginnings here. All right, some new realizations, some new beginnings. Like you actually are meant for a different path. Pile number 3 is what I feel here. Okay, yeah, because the 5 of Swords, I feel like people, again, when I see this 5 of Swords, it's like people falling out of your life left and right, like this tower, maybe even 2 or 3 people kind of exiting out of your life. Pile number 3. But, you know, it doesn't feel good at the time. 5 of Swords, it doesn't feel good at the time, but we've got this, you know, we got this moth energy here at the bottom, and it's really about surrendering, okay? And that's really what Spirit is saying right now, is if there have been, you know, especially if you've been in your head, you know, just really obsessing over things or things that were said or done, Spirit is saying, you know, really let that go, because we're trying to move you into your destiny here, okay? And yeah, and you know, this person is very concerned. Here's the 4 of Pentacles again. Here's them. They're very concerned with how their survival, how they're going to get through things. And they're very focused on, you know, their legacy. We have the Emperor and the 4 of Pentacles. They're very focused on money, finances, their legacy, their family, what they need to do to protect that. Okay. And maybe even some of them here thinking about like when they get older, maybe some of them are older and they're thinking about money in the future, okay? But like, you know, they're really coming through with that energy of really needing to, they're wanting to protect, okay? And their back is turned. So, you know, they're kind of needing to go through this experience, you know, and I know you guys know that. And here's you guys, the Queen of Cups, of course. You guys are loving and you're wanting to support this person in any way that you can. I love this saying. It's from a channel that I watch sometimes. It's a psychology channel, but there's this saying that says you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it cha-cha. And there's actually a book with that title, and I just think it's a funny title. But like, this is kind of with this Queen of Cups energy, offering this energy to this Emperor who has his back turned, okay? And is really focused on material concerns and what they need to get done and how they need to survive and kind of thrive in the world, okay? And here's the Queen of Cups wanting to step in and give any kind of help or support that he or she can, right? But I feel like what Spirit is saying with this 5 of Pentacles here, pile number 3, is that by doing this, you're really kind of, you're short-circuiting yourself here, okay? Because we've got the 5 of Pentacles. So, you know, to keep giving to this situation, when I said you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it cha-cha, you know, when you keep giving and giving into a situation, and yet you've got, it becomes draining on you, okay? And you do guys have a lot of love to give. You're very empathic. You're very supportive. You're my empath, my very compassionate hearts, my Queen of Cups. And pile number 3. So you need to be mindful of, you know, the energy drain on you. And I feel like some of you guys, there isn't things you need to take care of in your life anyway, like practical details, your health, your own stability. There's things in your own life like you can't ignore in order to sort of look at this person and what's happening with them. And they're stabilizing. The thing is that this person is going to stabilize. I feel with the Emperor and the 4 of Pentacles, they are going to stabilize. you know, but at what cost to you? Pile number 3 is what I really want to ask you. And Spirit is really wanting you to have less heaviness, okay? Really embracing the energy of the Page of Wands and your destiny. So thank you so much, pile number 3. We are going to take it to your extended reading next. I hope you guys enjoyed your reading. I love channeling for you, pile number 3. Very relaxing energy, and I want you guys to be calm and relaxed because I know you deserve it. So thank you so much, pile number 3. And if you want to follow me to the extended reading, you can hit my Vimeo channel below. Thank you to everyone. Have a beautiful day and take care.